Hola. Well, let me paint a picture for you and let me know in the comments if this sounds familiar. You're doing all the things, right? You're doing all this work. You've bought all the courses, all the programs, all the books, so many things going on, so many things that you have tried, and you're going all in and still not getting results. And this leaves you feeling frustrated and stuck and overwhelmed and just kind of feeling like crap, because honestly, that's kind of how you end up feeling. Unfortunately, this kind of little tale is something that I see happening way too often. And let me be honest here. This is where I was at the beginning stages of my business as well, where I felt like I was putting so much work. Like, I can't even tell you how much I implemented, because I'm the type of person who doesn't procrastinate by not doing. I'm the type of person that procrastinates by doing, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm the type of person who's like, let me implement, let me go all in, let me do anything and everything that I possibly can to, like, get out there and implement all these things that I've learned. So I remember, especially that first year when I launched my business, I bought like 15 courses and did all of them. And like, when I say did all of them, I mean literally salute. I did all of them, like LinkedIn and Instagram and Pinterest and webinars and sales funnels and mindset and just all of these different things. And it was kind of like I was implementing everything, like literally implementing everything. If you go back to a lot of my platforms, you're going to see so many things that I was trying. And I've tried every single marketing strategy known to man, from challenges, well, not everyone, but a lot, like challenges, webinars, video series, PDF, quizzes, email course, boot camps, like all of these different things. And I remember feeling like, okay, I'm doing all the things that you're supposed to do. I'm putting all this work in, and I'm feeling like, okay, I'm doing everything, but this isn't really getting me the results that I was expecting. And just that feeling of frustration of like starting every single month at zero almost. And like, okay, I'm doing all this work, and yet my bank account isn't reflecting it. And I would spend hours in this computer. Well, not this one, because this is a new one that I got last week or a couple of weeks ago. But I would spend hours on the computer working, and I would hide in the weekends in the bathroom, like hide with my phone and check my email or check like my Facebook feed to see if there were any messages or anything going on. I would obsess about calls coming in or not coming in, which they weren't as many. I was just obsessed with my business and spending so much time implementing and not seeing results. And that left me so frustrated. So as I have been able to build my business and I have gone through my own processes, it has led me to uncover the real reason why things are not working. And in my experience, it really comes down to three core things. Like, if I were to tell you, okay, what are like the three things, the three actual things, or the three real reasons why things aren't working, or the three things that you need to fix in order to have your business be working, I would summarize it into three of them. First one is clarity. And there's a lot of sub little things when we talk about clarity that are important. There's clarity in your, like, what you're offering, clarity in what your outcome is. And I've talked about this extensively, especially in the last few days, like clarity in your outcome, clarity in what you're offering, but also clarity in your vision. And this is something that I still sometimes struggle with right now. Not really, but kind of, right? But it's this idea of, what is it that you actually want? What is it that you, what are your goals? What are your money goals? What is your vision? What is your mission? What is it that you actually want for yourself and for your business, right? And I feel like having that clarity around our real purpose is fundamental, because it takes, like, it moves us away from dabbling and doing things that are, we're kind of just doing for doing, instead of doing things that are like, okay, this is actually what I want to do. And who cares if it's something that I feel like people won't want to pay, or blah, 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 whatever story we're telling ourselves. But this is where I'm like, this is what I actually want for myself. The moment that we move into that energy of like, okay, this is it, check this out, she's sick, it really changes things. So having clarity in, who we are, on our vision and our purpose, having clarity in where we're going, having clarity on our outcome and what it is that we do is fundamental and part of the reason why things have not been working for you. Also doing things like clarity, I would add in there like this clarity of doing things that are aligned with who you are as a brand and as a person, and not like, oh, I'm just following just following what everybody else is doing. Second thing that you need to fix, or second reason why things aren't working, is that you're lacking authenticity. You are trying to fit a mold, and it kind of ties into that first thing, but you're trying to fit this mold of what you're supposed to be doing as a brand. You're supposed to be acting this way. You're supposed to be saying these things. And you're so scared to just be yourself and be like, you know what, screw it. If people like it, great. And if they don't like it, good luck. Just find somebody else and that's it, right? So lacking that authenticity is a big reason why things aren't working, because you don't really have a voice, which means that people aren't really resonating with who you are. And I would say that the third thing, which is probably one of the most important ones, but the third thing, or the third reason why you are not getting results or things aren't working, is that you are not committed enough. And I know that you might be looking at me thinking, Fabi, like, shut up. What do you mean I'm not committed? I am committed. But the truth is that you are not 100% in. Like, you are not either connected to your purpose enough, or you're not taking action in a committed way. So if things don't work, you immediately quit and you're like, this wasn't it. Instead of saying, okay, let me try something else, and let me try something else, and let me do whatever I need to do in order to really find my voice, and in order to really find my clarity, and build the systems that I need to build, and build the things that I need to have in my business in order to really create success. So to me, those are the three core things: lack of clarity, lack of authenticity, and lack of commitment. When you fix those three things, like when you are clear on who you are and who your audience is and what your purpose is, what your vision is, what your outcome is, when you are standing in your true power with certainty, with confidence, with just like owning up to who the heck you are, and when you're committed, there's nothing that can't work for you. Nothing. Like, I genuinely believe it. If you stick with it, if you're going all in with your own unique voice and your own unique way of doing things, everything starts working for you in your business. But really, the thing with this is that sometimes having clarity, being authentic, and having that commitment isn't that easy to do on our own. Sometimes we really need people on our sides looking in and telling you, hey, by the way, that's not the truth of who you are. That's not the truth of what you're supposed to do, mama. Ya va. That's not the truth of like what your message is or what your purpose is. Oh, she wants to look at herself. Let me just bring this down so she can look at herself. That's not the truth of what your purpose is. Sometimes you need somebody by your side guiding you along the way. You know what I mean? And sometimes you need somebody by your side giving you the kind of like validation that you need to step into your authenticity. You know, it's funny, I was talking to a client earlier today, and this client is an expert in something in particular, even though she's building a business in a different direction. But by chance or coincidence or whatever you want to call it, I had somebody reach out to me this week that needs help in that area in which she's an expert at. And I was like, listen, I know that this isn't what you're doing, but I think that this would be a really good opportunity for you to be doing this thing. So I was telling her about it, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, yeah, I can totally help this person out. And I was like, okay, so how much do you charge so that I could tell this person about it? And she was like, well, like $150 an hour. And it's probably like a 4-hour work. And I was like, are you insane? This is at least a $3,000 thing that you need to offer. Like, I'm not going to tell this person that you're charging this much. I'm going to tell them that it's a $3,000 thing. Start owning your worth. And she was like, oh, Bobby, thank you so much, because you've led me to understand that I need to own my worth. Something that for some reason we have a hard time doing on our own. Why is it? I don't know. But we need validation. We need that help from the outside sometimes to look in and tell us, okay, this is not actually the direction which you need to go, but it's that way. Like, you need to stop undercharging and start charging what you deserve to be charging for what you do. So, you know, having clarity, having that authenticity and that power and confidence in yourself, and then having that commitment to your work and what you're supposed to be doing are going to be the real things that are going to let you have things finally start working for you and for your business in a way that just makes everything flow. Because I believe that, yes, Obviously, there's going to be challenges in business. There's going to be things that are like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Normal, like all normal, right? Like this is life. But business shouldn't feel like grind. It shouldn't feel like eternal hustle. It should feel easy. It should feel with flow. So just to give you an example, the challenge that I did last week was the easiest thing in the world for me to do. It wasn't like I'm working, I'm killing myself, I'm putting all this content together and I'm sending emails and I'm doing all these things. It felt like the easiest thing in the world because I was in alignment with who I am and with my message, and it just felt easy for me. It wasn't like this big struggle to put it together or to think about what to talk about. Even that training that I did on Friday, which was like an hour-long training, it took me like 20, not even like 10 minutes to put it together. Like I knew exactly what I wanted to talk about. I knew exactly what I needed to share. That's what business needs to feel like. Like I feel like instead of you trying to figure out the things that aren't working, you need to be focused on those things that are, like the things that feel good to you, for you to be in flow and creativity, in confidence, just feeling great about yourself, feeling great about the stuff that you're putting together, that you're doing every single day. That's what business should be about. It shouldn't be about this grind and this struggle and this like, oh, I need to figure out how to do this software or this thing or that thing. It should be about the easy things. And like that's what it's all about. Building a business with total flow and being able to do it while taking care of your family and being able to do it while being present for them as much as you possibly can. So if you need help with that, make sure that you book a call with me and my team, because I promise you we've got your back and we can help you have the clarity, the confidence, the authenticity, and the commitment that you need to make things finally start working for you and your business. So if that's what you want, make sure that you book a call by going to fabipaolini.com/call. Yes, I can do this with a little girl in my arms, and book your call with me and my team, and we can help you figure this out so that you can have that business where things are working and you can be present for them as much as you possibly can. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.